What is going on, everybody? I hope everything is going well. I hope everyone is doing fine. And yes, I am recording this video right after recording the last one. This is a bit of a bonus episode. And hopefully this time I have the shutter speed figured out. But yeah, I want to talk about something that I felt like talking about for a while by now. And I have had a thing come up in my own life with like creative hobbies that kind of made me think about that whole topic again. And that is, Vincent, why are you talking English? You're a German guy. Red Deutsch. And while, fair point, I am indeed very European and very German, but that is a point that I do think about quite often. I have been thinking about it quite a lot more in the last couple of days and weeks specifically. You see, I always wanted to not only get into video production, I also wanted to get into music production. I used to do some musical hobbies. I used to play the guitar. I'm not good at playing the guitar. I used to sing a lot. I don't know if I'm any good at singing anymore. I hope so. And just overall, I'm a very much musically inclined person. Not in the sense that I'm good with it, but in the sense that I really enjoy music. Which is pretty much how all the video stuff started as well. I don't have any background in video production myself outside of my study. I pretty much taught myself how to do all that because I liked watching YouTube videos and liked watching movies. So yeah, I have been thinking about making music for a while by now. And I even went as far as to get myself a MIDI keyboard, which I used for a bit, but I didn't use remotely enough. And with me thinking about music production again, the obvious question comes up again. That being, which language would I want to do stuff in? Because I'm probably gonna start out just making normal beats and like normal, Drake type beat, enter random placeholder title here and just put them out on SoundCloud or something. But down the line, a goal of mine that I've had pretty much all my life is that I don't quite know which genre yet, but at some point I really do want to put out a full album, including vocals of mine. Realistically, I don't think my voice really fits into all too many music genres. I mean, I'm gonna try out everything that I feel like trying out, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe like indie rock, something like that. I really don't know. But yeah, I wanted to get into this whole thing for quite a while. I didn't have a lot of time to do that and video work and university work and work during my study. But now that I'm out of my study, I do have a lot more time for stuff like that. So when I go to a vacation in a couple of weeks, like I'm traveling to the States, I will bring along my MacBook. Probably not this like whole MIDI keyboard thing, but I'm gonna bring my MacBook along and I'm gonna download FL Studio again and really try to put a lot of work into that. But again, to know what I want to do and like what I want to record, because I do want to mess around with like vocal recording as well, I do need to know what language I want to do all that stuff in. And that kind of brings me back to the whole point of the video. Why do I even record this video right now in English? What's the whole point behind that? And I've been thinking about that for a while because I honestly don't know. It's just like a thing I never really thought about. Like my very first YouTube channel is one that I've had when I was young, like a real youngling. I must have been like 10 or so. My mom said it was okay at the time, so I made a channel with 2 friends and we made flash game let's plays. Like we would just find a random flash game and just play it for a while, and that's pretty much all we did. Like full on bottom of the barrel, like really bad content, but it was fun and it got me into like, you know, the basics of video production as well. And that one was also a German channel. And up until this day, it's the only thing I've done online in a language that isn't English. I mean, if you don't count like personal Facebook posts or something. And I've been thinking about how that comes, like why have I always defaulted to doing everything online in English? And there are like some obvious answers and some that I really don't know for certain. A very obvious answer to that whole thing is I just like the language. I have a few international friends. I've spent time out of the country as well quite a bit. I mean, I've been to the States for like a collective, I think 3 or 4 years of my life already. 4 might be a bit much, but like at least 3 years. So I do just have, I guess this like love for language to a certain extent. Plus, I mean, English is the international language I feel like a lot of the stuff that I put out there on YouTube is also just very, very niche content. And I mean, if I can reach a wider audience by speaking a language more people speak, then so be it. I mean, it's not like it's a limiting factor in any way. Plus, while I do still have a German accent, I feel like my accent is tolerable. I feel like it's not that bad. But the biggest point probably is that I just have like all of my idols that I have in, I mean, both music and in videos, they're all American or like at least English speaking. Like I grew up watching people like Smosh and the Gaming Lemon and Venice Gaming and God rest his soul, Tobuscus. He's not dead, but he's most certainly incredibly washed.
I'm just gonna do a quick cover of this new song. It's by Ye. I haven't heard it yet, but I love him. He's great. So let's start out.
And I mean that always kind of stuck around. I just for some reason never really ended up watching any European people at all for some reason. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are funny people and like creative and like really cool people in Germany and like other European countries as well. One of my most listened to rap duos right now is a Swedish one, for example. And there are quite a couple of good like German artists and like German content creators as well. It's just that they never really clicked with me. And by now I'm so far deep into like the international space, I guess, like the English speaking space at least, that I just find everything German content wise super unappealing for some reason. Like just automatically less appealing, I guess. Which doesn't mean that they are all bad. I mean, there are so many like great German people as well, which is a not so smart statement to say. I just realized what I mean is there are so many very talented German people out there. I'm just gonna put a few like here while I'm talking. There are so many YouTube channels that speak German or that make stuff in German that also very much do deserve your attention and very much do make stuff that is on par, if not better, than international stuff is. And there also is something nice to hearing content in a language that you do speak a bit better even than English. I mean, I feel like I do speak pretty damn good English. Like, at least I understand pretty much everything. But I don't know, it just hits different when it's not in your second language, but in your first language instead. But yeah, overall, I myself chose to make stuff in English because, I mean, number one, again, I want to appeal to a wider audience, knowing that I do make stuff that tends to be rather niche. Number two, I have all my idols speak English, pretty much. Like all the people that inspire what I want to do and what I set out to do and what I set out to put out there. They all speak English. I mean, most of them are American even. And number three, a point specifically for music production. I don't know, I just kind of prefer like English vocals. I feel like the German language, being as harsh as it is, very much does lend itself to rap music because the language itself is so heavy on harsh tones that you can kind of already build a beat by just talking. But I'm white. I'm not gonna make rap music, so it doesn't really apply to me. And even then, that's a thing that I hear like some people use very well, this like harshness of the German language. But so many just kind of pass up on that and just kind of speak normally. Which I feel like is very much wasted potential of the language. And I feel like for just speaking normally, for the most part, to me at least, English just sounds smoother and less cringy because it's a language that I don't immediately put all the meaning into, I guess, that I do when I hear someone talk German. Which probably very much is because I'm not a native speaker and because, yeah, to my ears at least, a lot of words in English just tend to sound a bit cooler than, I don't know, like German words like Bausparvertrag. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I feel like by just talking about it right now, I kind of made up my mind that I'm gonna probably make music in English as well, even if it's gonna be an uphill battle, seeing that I'm gonna have to fight quite a bit with my accent, I assume. But I mean, that's all also part of, you know, the course. I feel like just starting off and being great already kind of like takes away the whole pride that you feel afterwards when you made something that you're really proud of. And I hope to at some point say that I'm really proud of the music I put out there. I assume I'll talk about that more when I eventually get around to making stuff and when I eventually have stuff that isn't bad. Because I feel like the first couple of songs are gonna be bad. That being said, thank you all very much for joining me again. I need to get myself a haircut. This is getting a bit much. And I will see you all again. Same place, not the same time. Normally Fridays at 16 or like 16 German time. So like 10 a.m. East Coast time in the States. But up until then, thank you all again very much for joining me. And y'all have a good one.